Fun fact, actually really sad fact, I am in the middle of like 16 different series right now, and it's about to be 17. I need to desperately, not be dragging you guys into my sad fact, I need to desperately cut down on those numbers because it's getting a little bit overwhelming. The first episode of hopefully only like 3 or 4, I'm hoping I can get this done in like 3 or 4 videos to finish all the series I'm in the middle of. Maybe I feel like that's even kind of a good 2025 reading goal, to finish all of the series I'm in the middle of. I don't feel like it'll be that difficult. I keep all of the series I'm in the middle of in my reading journal. I will go through them, tell you guys all the series I'm in the middle of, and then which ones I plan on tackling today. Magnolia Park series, I've read 2 of the 5 books. Hunger Games, I've read 1 of the 5. No, I read all 3 original Hunger Games books when I was younger. Then I started to reread, but I only got through the first, and now the 5th book kind of to the series is coming out a bit later this year. So technically 1 out of 5. The Empyrean, I've read 3 of 5, but the other 2 are not out. The Naturals, I've read 3 of 5, and I own all of the books. The Legendborn Cycle, I've read 1 of the 2, but the 3rd one is coming out in just a few days. So I basically have read 1 of the 3, and I own all the other books. Once Upon a Broken Heart, I own all 3 of them, and I've read 1 of the 3. Emily Wilde, I've read 1 of the 3, and I own all of them. Hoops, I've read 1 of the 3. That's like Long Shot, Block Shot, Hook Shot by Kennedy Ryan, and I own all 3. It Ends With Us, I've read 1 of the 2, and I own both of them. Harry Potter, I've read the first 3 and half of the 4th, and I own all of the books. Wayward Pines, I own all of them, and I've read 1 of 3. Letters of Enchantment, that is Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows, I own both of them, and I've read 1 of the 2. The Shepherd King duology, I own both, and I read 1 of the 2. The Silo Saga, I actually don't own any of the physical books, which that is the one when I'm taking, but I only got through like maybe 25 to 30% of the first book on audio. The Folk of the Air trilogy, I read the first book of 3, and I own all 3 of them. And then lastly, we have The Boys of Tommen, which I just started recently, and I've only read the first book so far, but I think I own the first 4 out of 5 total books. So it's not looking good. I've literally read like 1 book basically out of every series I'm in the middle of. So in this episode, I plan to tackle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 series. We'll see if I can do it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 that I'm in the middle of. About to be 17 because Six of Crows is our book of the month for book club, and that's a duology. So it's technically 17 series. I plan on completing the Legendborn cycle, the Emily Wilde series, It Ends With Us series, Letters of Enchantment, the Shepherd King duology, and the Folk of the Air trilogy. That will be 6 series, leaving us with 11 that we're in the middle of still. Dare I say I think I can do it in the next 2 weeks. That's how much time I'm gonna give myself. I just finished Divine Rivals this morning. 5 stars. Perfection of a book. So sweet. The academic rivals to lovers, the yearning, the like disdain that they have for each other, but really, oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so sweet. It really is like he will do anything for her, but not in a domineering, like dominating kind of way where he's just kind of like obsessed with her for no reason. He really just sees so much value in her, and he's like, you genuinely make my life so much better. I'm a better person because I know you. You're so smart. You're talented. Like, I love that. When not only the girl, she's stunning, gorgeous, beautiful, but also actually has true value that she brings to the relationship, and he recognizes that, and it's just, it makes it that much more believable and that much more just like gut-wrenching. The ending, I'm sick. So I think that's the first book we're going to start with for this video, because I kind of just need to know, and it's kind of satisfying because it's only a 2-book duology. Obviously that's what a duology is, and it'll be like one check off, you know, like boom, right from the start. So I think that's what we're going to start with. Carter has soccer practice in a little bit, so I think I'm going to get on my Kindle and read at soccer practice. I'm so excited. Literally Divine Rivals. Dare I say it might even be like close to a 6-star book. I might have to sit on it a little bit, but it's very good. I have honestly been romanticizing soccer practice so that I can take a matcha with me. I got a new matcha and I had it for the first time last night, and it was delicious. I normally get the Symbiotica one, you guys know that, but It wasn't on Amazon anymore, and that's where I've been ordering it from. But I always see this one, like I always see other influencers using this brand, so I was like, let me try it. This has 30 servings, and I do find that I go through it pretty quickly. So this one should last me twice as long because it's over double the size. But I also kind of like a double serving of matcha. Anyway, let me quit rambling. We need to leave for soccer soon. And I want to take a matcha with me and drink a matcha and read my book. Or maybe I'll listen. Put headphones in. Loki, that could be a vibe. Shorts in here, or but there's shorts in your drawer. Let's do just a quick taste test. I have not made it in this cup, so I don't really know the proportions. That's pretty good. I think I need a little bit more ice, but otherwise it's great.
Don't forget to breathe. Breathe. 'Cause every poison word that's on your breath makes me hate the smell sicker.
Truthfully, I did not get very far into Ruthless Vows today. I'm simultaneously filming a March reset, but once I finish filming that, I'll really be able to lock in on this. But I do plan, it's only 7 o'clock, so I do plan on getting decently far into this tonight. Like, I would love to get to page like 200. I would be happy with that. And I need to do my hair, and then I'm gonna listen a little bit to the audio. I love on Spotify how you don't have to buy a whole audiobook. Like, you can just listen to a few chapters of it and then read it. I really like that about the Spotify hours, that you don't have to like lock in for the whole book, but just like a few chapters if you want it. And Rizzo's Curls sent me some products. They sent me this heat protection multivitamin leave-in, and then they also sent me this curl custard. They are both so good. I feel like I'm pretty picky with my hair products. Like, they honestly either work for me or they don't. And I used these for the first time, and I was actually so surprised that they both work so well. I'm loving it, and I definitely, like, even if they wouldn't have sent them to me, if I tried them, like, I would repurchase myself for sure. Both times, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I've had my hair in like a side part. This is what I've styled my hair with, and I feel like my curls end up turning out so good that I'm like, oh, I can actually wear my hair down. Fabulous. I'm going to clock in.
Feel the ink rub off on his fingertips.
Just breathe. They say that what you give is what you get, but I don't see how you can handle it. Made up my mind.
Stuff with me. I brought my physical copy, and I also brought my Kindle. And I made it to part 2 last night before I went to sleep, chapter 12.
'Cause I know this world is beautiful, but you're making me so cynical. I don't see this working anymore. I'm just sitting here killing time. Yeah, I know this world is beautiful.
Happy Monday. I'm being lazy today. I stayed until 2 in the morning editing last week's video. So, you know, if you want to go watch, feel free. If you haven't finished it, feel free. So I'm very tired this morning, but I also want to finish Ruthless Vows today. Oathbound comes out tomorrow, so I'm a little bit behind on my reading, but it's okay. Still gonna try to finish this mini series as possible this week. I am about 75% through Ruthless Vows. Guys, I can't get over how cute this bookmark is with, like, it's like a little library card. It's so cute. Anyway, I'm almost done. I just have a little bit left, and I'm so mad at myself for not reading this sooner. It is so good. I think it's like my favorite book that I've read recently. It's definitely giving 6-star vibes so far. There's not been a single moment that I've been bored, wished I wasn't reading it. If anything, the moments I'm not reading it, I'm like, oh my goodness, I want to read or listen so bad. I've even been satiating my appetite. I found it on Libby. It was available. I've been satiating my appetite by listening to it because I just need to know what happens. Like, I'm so obsessed, but I'm also so stressed. But also I'm like, I'm anticipating it. I wrote in my notes some thoughts of how I'm feeling so far to kind of describe. It's not that it's like, it's just good or like, oh, it's just amazing. At around the 200 page mark, I said, Rebecca is so good at building anticipation and and fulfilling that same anticipation without giving away too much. The largest plot has like the most at stake, and then all of the side plots, subplots, have the perfect amount of stakes to where it's not too high but also not too low, to where it feels unbelievable. Like your heart races, and then you know, they get through that issue that they were having, but you still are anticipating the overall big issue that they're having because the stakes are so high. But then the things that are like medium stakes, low stakes, it's the perfect amount of stakes without feeling like that doesn't really matter, or that's just kind of a fake problem in order to like build a story. The romance is actually everything to me. The subtleties in the things he says, like it's less outwardly like, oh, I love your body, oh, I just want to kiss you, but it's like he actually likes her, like her, who she is as a person, not just like how she looks or the things that he can do for her. And his love is displayed in such a way where he like wants to serve her, and I want to take you to all the places you dream of going. Make a list. And I just think that is so sweet. I'm obsessed. I did underline some parts. I'll read to you. In his letters, oh my goodness, the letters. He's writing a letter to her. He says, I want to know your thoughts. I confess that I'm hungry for your words. He says, write to me and fill my empty spaces. Another thing where she always thought that he just wanted to be her competition and outshine her. And then he later, like months later, is like, you always would tell me that you thought I was trying to outshine you. And then he says, outshine, transitive verb. A, to shine brighter than. B, to excel in splendor or showiness. And then he says, I would love to see you burn with splendor. Oh, okay. Okay, I love that. I love that a lot. It's very like sensual without being so outright. And there's something about the art of that I am obsessed with. Like, it's not inappropriate. It's still very PG, but it's like, if you know, you know. And I cannot get enough of it. And it's just sprinkled throughout. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. And as I'm reading this, I'm like, wait. Is Rebecca Ross Christian? Because something's up here. Something's definitely up. And I looked it up. And apparently she used to write. She has like 3 Christian nonfiction books under a different name that she was publishing under. It's like her full name with her middle name. And now she publishes like fantasy and stuff. So anyway, I love that, because I also said in my last video that I never realized the first time I read Divine Rivals, but they saved themselves for marriage, and that's just not something you're gonna see basically in any non-religious author's writing. And I was like, wait, that actually is very peculiar, because why did she write it like that? Like, she would have no reason other than if she's religious. So anyway, I'm obsessed. It's going so good. And this last 15%, I'm nervous, but also I'm so excited. It better be a good ending. That's the only thing I can say, is if it's a bad ending, I'm gonna hate this book. I need it to be a good ending. So anyway, I'm going to listen for a little bit and then switch to my Kindle and plan my groceries, because we didn't go grocery shopping yesterday and I haven't been. I just woke up. Let's go to the grocery store and listen to her audiobook.
Courtesy of Inkrid and Iris. It was almost dark when Iris walked to the closest tram.
Okay, I'm leaving the grocery store, literally sweating. Why is grocery shopping so annoying? It's just, I tried to romanticize it, and it's just the one thing I genuinely can never romanticize it. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. It's just me, Kaylin, and the boys, just me by myself. It's just not fun. Try to put in an audiobook to romanticize it even more. No, it's not working. I am now 88% done with the audiobook, and I have an hour 45 left. I think I can finish it tonight and start Bloodmarked. And I definitely am at the point in this book where I'm like, okay, the anticipation is just about as high as it can get. Like, I'm ready to see the final action. I'm ready for, you know, her to close it out. Like, it, you know, let's wrap it up. So yeah, I'll keep you posted on how I feel about it. I need to go pick my kids up. We're at soccer practice. It's so windy. And I'm about to lock in really quick and get bundled up and listen to my audiobook. I'm hoping to finish Ruthless Vows while I'm out here. Step 1, headband, protect the ears. Step 2, gloves, mittens. Step 3, headphones. Step 4, blanket. Yes. Slay. Step, I don't know, seeds. I'm so cozy.
So don't forget to breathe. Just breathe. I guess I let you take the best of me, but I just pushed it down and let it be.
You from California.
We don't do this.
We don't do this. You don't do this.
I want all the wind gone.
It don't work like that. Ah! Oh! Okay, I finished Ruthless Vows. I have to say the audio of Ruthless Vows is so good. Like, I really can't say if reading physically or audio is better. And I especially enjoyed listening to this one at a slower speed. Like 1.25 honestly is what I listened to most of it on. And it was chef's kiss perfect. I feel like it really drew me in and I was super engaged even though it wasn't super fast. Because I normally, if you didn't know, I normally listen to my audiobooks on like 2 point speed and up, like 2.5 to 3. And this one I just took it slow because it was so good. I really did not want it to be over, but I was like, okay, you've been spending a lot of time reading this book. Like, it's been probably a week, and I normally don't spend that long, I feel like, reading a single book. And it was so good. I just did not want it to end, so I was just drawing it out, but I'm sad it's over. It was definitely a 5 stars. I will say the ending left me a little bit confused for a second, but I think that's because I was kind of distracted just like a tiny bit at soccer. I ended up going to the car and finished and like rewinding and re-listening to the end. And then I was like, okay, wait, that actually makes sense. The epilogue was a little bit confusing if you have read it. I was a little bit like, did we get a little bit of an open ending? I don't know. I tried to look on Reddit and I feel like nobody's talking about the epilogue. So I'm like, maybe I'm not understanding. Either way, 5 stars. And I genuinely feel like this is just a 6-star duology in general. I really, really, really loved it, like so much. And now I get to update my reading journal and take my bookmark out. I have a whole, I showed you guys, I mean, you guys know I have a whole series tracker page. So now I finally get to mark off my first series complete in this video. I'm so happy. So much fantasy so far in 2025. I can never find my series tracker page. Oh, here it is. I need to put a tabby in there. Wow, I can't believe I finished my first series in my new journal. I'm not gonna do a full journal update right now, but I am going to mark off Ruthless Vows because I just need the satisfaction in my life tonight. Wow. Gorgeous. So because I napped today, I did not get a lot of the stuff that I needed to get done. I kind of have, not a lot to do. It's 8:46 and I feel like I still have a decent amount of stuff to do. Like for all my habits, if you watch my March reset, I have a whole habit tracker that I'm tracking and I want to stay consistent. So next book we're gonna read for this challenge, for this video, is Bloodmarked. I'm kind of nervous. Oathbound actually comes out tomorrow. My plan was to have already had this finished by the time it came out, but you know, we're not there yet. It's okay. But my thing I'm most nervous about is that this is gonna take me so long to get through that I'm not gonna be able to finish it by the time I want this video to go up, which is like totally a me problem, but I'm trying to think, you know? But I just want this to be over with because over the past like few months, I've been rereading the first books of series that I'm in because I forgot so much because I left it for so long, and because I've already reread Legend Porn for the second time. I want to finish the series so I still have everything fresh in my mind. And the first time I read Legend Porn, it was a 5-star read, and then the second time it went down to a 3. I did not like it nearly as much, and I was kind of questioning myself of like, can I be trusted? So I don't know, I just feel like I'm kind of going into Bloodmarked on a little bit of a downward slope. But either way, I'm gonna start this tonight and see how far I can get into it. I'm not gonna pressure myself, but I just wanna at least get a good chunk into it tonight, like 30, 40 pages, just to see, I don't know, just like see the story and see how I feel about it. So we'll see. Happy Tuesday. I made pretty much no progress in Bloodmarked last night because me and Kayla ended up getting into a long conversation about commentaries, strangely enough, that I didn't actually have time to read. So I'm going to grab a Gatorade. What color do I want? We shall do orange. We never have Gatorade in our house because we never buy it, but when I do snacks for soccer, I always get Gatorade because I feel like it's a fun little treat drink. Anyway, I'm gonna hop on the walking pad and continue reading Bloodmarked. I'm maybe 10 pages in. I did read like the prologue part and a little bit of chapter 1, so I'm gonna keep reading chapter 1 as I walk for 30 minutes because I'm trying to get into my habits earlier in the day and not leave them till nighttime. So at nighttime I can play Sims and watch a show. I kind of got into the habit of like at night making an evening matcha and doing my walking and Bible studying, praying then at night at like 9:30, 10. And then I'm like, dang, I don't have time to watch shows I want to watch. So walking pad while the sun's still out before dinner. Maybe that should be my new goal, is to like be done with my habits by dinner time. Okay, I'm literally on page, what, 13? If I can make it to page 45 by the time I get off the walking pad. And yes, I'm still in my pajamas. It's fine. Even though I reread Legend Born, still a little bit confused on the rankings, the Scions, the Shadowborn. I'm a little confused. But she is giving, I'm glad she's giving kind of like a rundown of what happened in the last book. I'm just hoping that it's enough of a rundown so that I'm not so confused.
I hate the fact I've gotten used to this, but I don't need to be a part of it. So I made up my mind.
How much either have they been able to consume to become dense enough that once words could see them? The foxes snap their selves forward, put their heads in the back. I ask, has it been answered? The fox.
So cynical, I don't see this working anymore. I'm just sitting here killing time. Yeah, I know this.
Good morning. So, update on Bloodmarked. I've been listening, reading, tandem reading, all of the above, and I made it to chapter 31 last night, and I think that I'm going to DNF this. I think that I am. I just don't care, like, at all. And I made it 300 pages in, and I feel like, I don't want to say nothing's happened because I feel like that's just kind of like rude. It feels as if nothing's happened, and I know that's not true. Things have obviously happened, but for the most part, it's very, you know how I was saying in Ruthless Vows, Rebecca Ross does a great job of giving the overall problem of the story, but then filling in the gaps with lesser problems, but that still have high stakes. I feel like Bloodmarked doesn't really have that. It's just like the overall thing that's high stakes, but then there's not really anything that has like medium to low stakes to kind of carry the story. So what is carrying the story, I guess, is Bree's personality, which she's 16 and she's super annoying. She just like, she doesn't get it. She's very annoying, and I know that's like very common in a 16-year-old, but honestly, I can't do it anymore. Like, I really can't. I just don't like her as a main character. I think she's so annoying. And I just don't like that personality where she like has a temper and she's like rude sometimes and is like, so what? No, I think that's so annoying and it's not enjoyable to read. And honestly, I'm not here for her character development. Like, no. Yeah, anyway, they're all just kind of annoying because they're so young and like, why is she 16 in college? Like, I know why she's 16 in college in the book, but like, come on. She's so annoying. So anyway, and then I just thought about the fact that Oathbound came out and like, sure, I could push through Bloodmarked, but like, honestly, I already pushed through my reread of Legendborn. And I think earlier in my reading experience in my adult life, I liked YA fantasy like that. But I think as I've read more and more books, it's just not what I find enjoyable to read anymore. So I am going to be Xing out of the Legendborn cycle because I just don't really care for it. I was just thinking about all the other books I'm so excited to read, and I'm like, why am I wasting time, listening hours on a book that I just don't even really care about for the sake of like finishing a series when I could just as easily like DNF the series and just not finish it because I just don't really like it that much. And I'm like, at this point, life is hard enough. Like, why push? I'm already pushing myself to do things I don't want to do. Why include that in my hobby? Like, absolutely not. I'm not going to do that. So yeah, anyway, we're going to choose a different book today. Now the rest of my series that are kind of on my radar, it's between Emily Wilde, which is very cozy, and honestly, I could do for a cozy read right now. We also have It Starts With Us, which would be a good pick because I only need to read one more book to finish the duology, and so that would be satisfying to have like a third series completed. I know I technically DNF'd Legendborn cycle, but at least it's like off my list, you know, so I'm gonna consider that like number 2 done. I guess this is kind of like a read it or unhaul it vibe of like I either need to read it or I need to just like unhaul it, DNF it, move on, and not like keep having it on my mental list or even like on a physical list of to do. So it could be satisfying just reading one more book and having it done. Or I also have the Shepherd King duology, the second book, Two Twisted Crowns. That's really fun. It's just interesting with your mood, how you want to read certain things. And I don't know if I need to read. I like Two Twisted Crowns, but I think I need something like light, fluffy, and airy. Because low-key, I'm going, not even low-key, high-key, I'm going through it. So I think we might do like a cozy fantasy and read, what is it called, Map of the Otherlands. And actually I saw that on Libby, I got my hold, it came through for, yes, the audio of Map of the Otherlands. So I also don't have to use my Spotify hours for it, so that sounds very nice to me. So I think that might be what I do. Okay, so I think that's what we'll do. We'll finish Emily Wilde. Completely honest, I've not read a single page of Emily Wilde 2. What is it called? Map of the Otherlands. But me and Kaylin had a
Garage door.
what we call a mental health day. So got coffee, got a bagel, and then I needed to run to Michael's to get some ink, like ink pad for stamps. But then I actually ended up just going to Hobby Lobby because that's just easier sometimes. Anyway, I'll show you guys very quickly what I got because I just got a couple things, not too much. I also got a new, you know how I did that for Valentine's Day? I got something that I think will just be cute for spring in general. Let me show you. On this, another good book for the boys. This smells bad, like it smells very bad for some reason. Some holiday washi tape. I thought it would be good because there are St. Patrick's like March ones in here that I could use are cute. There's stuff like for Easter with like bunnies, crosses. Cute. I love Hobby Lobby because it's Christian. And I found some more stickers that I thought would be good for the boys' journals. I need to put that on my to-do list to start their journals. I thought these were cute. These like Christian fairy ones, grace upon grace. You are exactly where you need to be, blessed. Perhaps you were born for such a time as this. I thought those were really sweet. Thought these were cute for me. Then we have some clear stamps that are like celebratory. Oh my goodness, I thought the boys would love these. They recently got a little bit more into gaming. And then some more clear stamps. I think I'm gonna really get into clear stamps now that I have this room. Everything's just so much closer to me that I like find myself using more washes, using more clear stamps. I'm gonna start using my wax seals, so more of my stickers and stuff. So anyway, that's cool. And then I liked these too. They're just, I like adding cute little encouragements. Okay, then I got, this is what I went for. Ink, although I still feel like Michael's has better colors that are more like my color palette. Like I don't love my ink to be super bright. I kind of wanted pastel colors. So I might still go to Michael's tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, and then I got this for our thing. It's $8 and 40% off, which makes sense because I literally could make this. But honestly, for buying it for $4, that's probably, it probably would have bought me more. It probably would have cost me more to buy all of this myself. So I'm gonna take down the Valentine's Day and put this up. So fun. I feel like it's so springy and cute. Let's see what Kaylin thinks. I'm gonna hide it.
You got that for nothing. You gave up your queen. Why would you do that? Do that. I want you to keep practicing. Doing your lessons.
These are so much those.
Yes.
Oh, you're funny.
Excuse me, sweetie.
You're funny. You already had the re-up. I was like, oh, we about to take these down. I said, oh, it's merch. You already had the re-up. That's what you've been in there working on?
No, I just bought this.
Oh, you bought these?
Yeah, for $4. That's cheaper than if I would have made it DIY.
Did you buy those or make them?
That I made, that I bought.
This one.
I bought, yeah.
So what are these?
These are for your mantle.
Oh.
You drape them.
And they came this size already?
Yeah, it's perfect.
I thought I was out of the drapes.
You did?
I thought oh, Valentine's Day over. Hello.
You sure did say that this morning.
Because you said, you're like, oh, we need to mail these in. I'm like, why would we mail them in?
Because I told you I'm gonna do it every month. And then you were like, let's just see.
Well, I didn't think that you'd like, because I thought you made it. That's funny. Those colors are very Easter.
Right? I thought it was a good spring one. Wow, it's so fun.
Yeah, it's nice.
You okay? Good. Thanks. Here's what it looks like. I think two together is so cute. I love it. I think I'm gonna switch out because I feel like something's missing. I don't know if it's just because my TV's not on, like the art's not on, so it's not giving. Let me turn it on. It looks a little bit more balanced with the art on, but I also have some candle holders that I thrifted when I was in Cape Cod, and so I think these will bring some color. I think that's a little bit better. So I'm gonna add those to there. Good morning, my queens. I am still reading Emily Wilde 2. I love this book so much. Well, let me not get ahead of myself. I am only 20 pages in, which is not looking good for my little finishing series. I was hoping to finish this series by the end of this video, but we might not get that far. But honestly, if I get through this book, I will be pretty happy with that. At least we're making progress, you know? I will have finished two full series, and then made progress on a third, which I'm not mad about since this is going to be kind of like episodic. And maybe just like I will dedicate all of March to kind of putting my series that I'm in the middle of above other books that I might pick up, especially if I already own the books. And I love this world. I'm only 20 pages in, but still, I just have a feeling I'm gonna love this one even more than the first, which is crazy because I read the first one twice and 5 stars both times. Like, I love it. I think it's so cozy. I think it's so magical, so warm. I love their sense of humor. I love the problems that they run into. I love how it's just like encyclopedias and libraries and fairies. And it's just, it's not like fairies, like, I feel like how we grew up envisioning fairies, where they're just like these little things that like twiddle around and are in the bushes and stuff. It's more so like there's a ton of different species of fairy. So you have ones that can like fully look human and possibly be in the human world, but they're actually fairies. You have really small ones, you have big ones, you have mean ones, you have nice ones. You have ones that like to do bargains and trades, and it's just like it's a whole fairy world versus like thinking Tinkerbell or something, you know what I mean? So I feel like I went into the first book thinking like Tinkerbell. I don't think I'd ever read a fairy book before, like I don't think I'd ever read a fairy book, period, besides like Tinkerbell. And it's just so fun how vast the world actually is, and you like start to picture what they would look like and how they talk and how it's just so fun. Like, it's just so fun. But it's not like this cozy sweetsy thing, like completely. It's a little bit of that, but they're also like, the fae in general are a little bit conniving. They're sneaky. They're always out really for their own gain. And they have these magical powers, which kind of allows them to always pull one over on the humans. So they're dangerous, and you don't really want to be around them. It just makes for such a fun read. And then Emily Wilde works at Cambridge University as a tenured professor, right? I'm pretty sure. And in this book, and so it's also just like libraries and like cozy, and think like college campus, but just like very academia vibes, like the dark wood and lots of like old books. It's literal perfection in my brain. I'm obsessed with it. Today is Talker Saturday, so I'm gonna try to finish as much of this as I can today. We started our 24-hour readathon last night in the book club, but last night was also the first night that I decided I'm gonna start going to sleep earlier and not staying up so late. I think just getting older, honestly, I can't do it anymore. If I stay up late, I literally cannot function the next day. I'm one of those women that need 10 hours of sleep. I wish I was being dramatic. I'm literally not. If I want to operate the full day from breakfast to after dinner, bedtime, at a high level, at a high functioning level, at a no brain fog level, I need 10 hours. I can, like, 8 is also okay, but like if I didn't have kids, if I wasn't married, if I had no responsibilities, 10 hours is how long I would sleep, and my body would like naturally wake up and feel good. Isn't that crazy? That's literally crazy. My kids sleep like 12, 13 hours a night, and the fact that I still need as much sleep as my toddler self is kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. But I actually, when I went to Hawaii with a group of girlfriends, and I think all of us, except maybe one of the girls, we all were like 10 hours of sleep. Like, we need 10 hours of sleep to function. And it's crazy that I always thought that I like had a problem, but actually for a lot of women, because because of how our bodies function and our hormone levels and how long we take to kind of like recalibrate, a lot of us, most women actually need like a solid 8 to 10 hours every night, and we don't get that. Like, we give ourselves 6 hours and think like, oh, well, it's fine. I won't. 6 hours is like a nap to me. That's another thing. When I take a nap, my naps are never, 20 minutes, 45 minutes. No. My naps are at least 2 hours. 2 to 4 hours. If I take a nap, 2 to 4 hours. That's crazy. That's crazy. So anyway, have become so much more disciplined. I'm making this into a whole life update right now. I've become so much more disciplined when it comes to food and sugar and sweets and just like controlling myself, that now I'm like, okay, what are other areas of my life that I need to practice discipline? And one of them is going to sleep earlier, because I just feel better in the mornings, even though I prefer night over mornings. I won't say that I hate mornings, but I prefer night over morning, and I do not want to get out of bed, honestly, before 8 a.m. I do not like the early morning hours. I really don't like. I never feel good. It's just, I don't know, something in my body, in my soul is just like not in line with the 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. I just feel like my feet should not be on the floor in those hours. I love a good 8 a.m. wake up. Anyway, I feel like I've been seeing so many reels of like moms waking up before their kids. No, I've tried that before. I don't like it. I don't think it's fun. It's not enjoyable. It's not something that fits with my lifestyle. It's not something that fits with who I am as a person. I'm very free-spirited, so I need a lot of wiggle room and freedom. Otherwise, like if I feel that I'm like being backed into a corner, I will freak out. So I'm trying to do this in a way where like I still enjoy the evenings, but also I'm going to sleep earlier, because that's the problem. I'm such a free spirit, but I'm also such a night owl. And if I didn't have kids, I probably would stay up until like 3 o'clock in the morning. I get such good energy bursts, and I'm so productive from like 10, 11 until like 3 in the morning. I haven't stayed up till 3 in a long time because it's just, I can't function like with kids that way. But if I didn't have kids, if I wasn't married, if I just lived alone, that's probably what I would actually do. Anyway, it's balance. So I'm gonna try to start having my night routine be a little bit earlier, which is gonna be hard because daylight savings is literally tonight, and the sun's gonna stay up later and whatever. So I'm trying to find a good balance, find a good night routine that I can actually stick with, that won't make me feel like I'm not enjoying my nights, but also I'm in bed early. Ideally, when we start homeschooling, I would be asleep by 10, which just sounds so sad because that's normally when I'm starting my night. But anyway, I was gonna say, it is soccer Saturday today, and I got some Amazon workout clothes in. I'm very, iffy with like Amazon clothes because I just feel like you can't feel them or try them on or anything beforehand. And I really despise returns, and I just start feeling icky because it feels so wasteful. But I did recently find these sets on Amazon. I actually wore it in a reel that I posted. The only thing that turned me off is I noticed it has the scrunch butt, but honestly, once you put them on, it doesn't look like this at all. So I'm happy about that. I don't like that. But I like this because it's full length. It's not a crop top, like it goes all the way down. And then you have these little shorts with no front seam. And I think I got this in a large. That's another thing. Their sizing is so bad. Like I feel like this is pretty small. I feel like this would be like a medium. Maybe I'm tripping. Like, and the top is even tighter. Like this top, honestly, this like used to be what a small was, I feel like. And this is a large on Amazon. That just doesn't even make sense. So anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna wear this though because I think it's raining. But I got the blue. I got a dark gray. And I also got that sage color that I showed on the screen. So I'm trying to figure out what I was gonna wear. I was gonna wear this, but I don't wanna be cold. So maybe not. Maybe I'll wear my Lulu pants. Oh, I remember how I got on that tangent. I was talking about our 24-hour readathon. Fell on the same night that I was like, okay, I'm not gonna stay up late anymore. So I didn't stay up late reading for the 24-hour readathon because I was like, I can't do it. I'm gonna be so tired tomorrow. So I did the responsible thing, went to sleep early. So I'm gonna try to tackle as much reading as I can today before it ends, and hopefully fly through this because I was trying to get to like page 100 so we could really get into like the plot, like the big problem, because I'm still not sure what the like big issue is gonna be in this book. She does hint at some things in the beginning, but I still am not sure. So I'm very excited to jump back into it. Okay, I'm gonna get dressed and we're gonna go to soccer games. I went with a completely different outfit than what I was planning, but once I saw that it was only gonna get to 50 degrees today, I was like, never mind, I'm not gonna try to be. We're just gonna be comfy, cute vibes. And I love this sweater from Rare Beauty because this color, it's like I get to wear pink, but also it's not too like boom in your face. It's very earthy. Anyway, I was thinking because I got my ear pierced, I got my second re-pierced and my helix, that's what this is called, right? I always forget, for my birthday in August. And I have these little hoops. I kind of want to switch this out to a smaller hoop, but I don't remember, is it the bottom one is the bigger hoop and then you go smaller as you go higher, right? Yeah, because it would look weird other ways. So I either have this size or this size. I don't know what size I want to do, but I figured we could switch them out together so that when I start freaking out, I have people with me. Because I heard you only have, because it's March, so September, October, 7 months. It should be fine to switch out, I feel like. Or should I just leave it? I kind of want to see what it looks like. I'm nervous though, because I heard you only have a small amount of time to get something in there. I'm scared. Okay, I'm not gonna freak out. We really have to relax in this moment. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's in, okay. I don't know if I like that though. I don't know if I like that. I almost feel like I want the smaller hoop in the other hole now. Like I feel like my first earring is too big now. I want to switch it for this like medium size. Honestly, if I were having a daughter, I would get her ears pierced when she's young, because that's what my parents did for my first hole, and it healed so perfectly, and I don't even remember having to take care of it or anything, and I'm so glad they did that, because my second holes are always annoying. Like I had little bumps or whatever, and then this one I just had a bump in it, and I started freaking out, had to go to the dermatologist and everything. Okay, I think I like this too small better. Let's do that. Anyway, I had like a little, I don't know, I can't, it's like an irritation bump is I think what they call it. Oh, so annoying. And I went to the dermatologist and he wanted to give me a steroid shot in it for $80. And I had seen somebody on TikTok talking about, this is before I had my irritation bump. I saw they got an irritation bump and used tea tree oil. So I was like, I was like, do you think there's a way I could like fix it at home? I was like asking my dermatologist, and he was like, crazier things have happened. I'm like, okay, not really helping me, but I get what you're saying. So I was like, okay, let me try this my way and see how it goes. Okay, this one kind of hurt a little. I like the doubles. I feel like it'll also be more comfortable to sleep in, because the pokies are they kind of hurt. I haven't got them switched to flatbacks because I just haven't gone in. But honestly, I think I'm gonna go in for my birthday again this year and get a double helix. And I think also, what is this called? I can't think of it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do double helix. I think if they'll let me. I don't know if they'll let me. If not, I will do double helix in thirds. Yeah, cute. Okay, that was fun. That was not stressful. I'm a little bit nervous now though, like if it will react well to being changed out. I'm like, should I spray it with my saline just to be safe? I don't know. But look how long these are. These are like so, what is this called? The post or whatever. It's so pokey whenever I'm trying to sleep. It's very uncomfortable. And I did actually get the ear pillow to sleep on. After I got my irritation bump, I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure it's because I sleep on my side, but I ended up getting this pillow with a hole in the middle, and it's actually so nice. So I can sleep on my side because I'm a side sleeper. But anyway, I'm gonna spray these piercings, and then I use this little H2 Ocean spray, and then we need to leave in like 40 minutes, so I have a little bit of time. And the tea tree, by the way, helped with the irritation bump. It completely dried it out, and it looks perfect now. And I literally started doing it as soon as I noticed, because, well, actually I didn't even notice. Kaylin is like, there's a bump on your piercing. And I was like, you're right. We don't have mirrors in our bathroom. So I really feel like I never look at myself closely. As strange as that sounds. So like I would have never known that I had it, because I never mess with my earrings. And if anything, I look at my outfit, but I don't really like inspect myself. So anyway, let's go. You guys want to pack my bag with me? Take this big bag with me every time we have soccer, and I just keep most of my stuff in here. Like I have gloves. It's crazy the difference in weather for spring soccer versus like fall soccer, because we start practices for fall for fall. We start practices for fall soccer's in the summer, and it's very hot, like still triple digits. So it's just funny that I have like a little headband, ear cover, and gloves for spring. The weather's crazy. Okay, we have that. We have seeds. How long did these take to expire? Because I feel like they kind of start losing like their really good flavor a couple weeks after you open them, or like honestly a week, but I'm gonna stick with them. And then I have hand sanitizer, chapstick, glasses, little cleaner, crackers, granola bars, my chomps. I'm gonna bring my Kindle, of course. Just put it in the front pocket. And then my wallet, keys, boys water. I bought this little like beach towel blanket, I don't know, at like a surf shop on one of our California trips. And it kind of just became like our picnic blanket that I always would leave in the car. I love getting like souvenirs as like everyday items because it always reminds me of that trip that we took. And we like went and stayed with our friends and it was so fun. So I always like doing that versus like using a blanket that we already have from home while we're getting souvenirs, like getting something that I would use every day and fulfills some kind of need that we have in our household. That's my favorite kind of souvenir. So on snack duty, I love being on snack duty and bringing drinks that are actually cold. Mini Gatorades, I need 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little bit of ice in. And I'm gonna bring these for my kids for after the game. They are 20 grams of protein each. Chobani yogurts. I need to make myself a water. And then I think we'll be pretty much ready to go. Oh my goodness, you guys, we went to soccer. 30 degrees, 35 degrees, so cold. Rain, thunder. I was like, no, this is too much. Kaiser was allowed to play. Carter, who I packed the snacks for and everything for his team, not able to play because there was lightning in the area. Sirens went off. We all had to go to our cars. Sirens off again. Meant we can go back out. Literally, we were out for another 5 minutes. Like, got our stuff out of the car again. Cancel game. Back in the car. Come home. Literally an hour of like, Kaiser's game ended and it wasn't an hour until over an hour we were finally leaving. Carter played like 2 minutes. It was bad. Like, wasted an hour just kind of going back and forth on like, if they were going to cancel it. Anyway, now I'm home and I'm going to try to read, honestly, until our 24-hour readathon is over at 7. So like 3.5 hours. And I picked out a bookmark from my little bookmark collection. I feel like this one goes good with Emily Wilde. It's kind of the same vibes. It's like paisley. It's not paisley, actually. Well, actually, maybe a little bit paisley and just like flowers, I think. Anyway, it's magnetic, and I like how it's the soft magnet. So it's like very soft. I like that. Also brought my headphones because I'm having that issue where like I start reading and I like can't stay focused long enough. But for some reason, if I listen to music with words, it helps me lock in better. So I'm gonna try that and see if that is like a little hack that helps me today, because that's my normal hack that I use, is listening to some kind of music. So we'll see if it works. I normally listen to Taylor Swift because her music has like a specific cadence. I feel that it's like trance-like, where I can just not think about the lyrics so much and just kind of focus on the words. our readathon just ended, and I made it like over 50% into this, which is probably the most I've ever read during a readathon. Mostly because our readathons start at the most inopportune time for me personally. If I'm gonna do a 24-hour readathon, I have to start early in the morning. Otherwise, I can't stay up living a full day, then starting the readathon at night and trying to stay up all the next day through the night. It's not gonna happen for me. Versus if I started a readathon at 5 a.m. and then went as late as I could till like midnight, 1, 2 in the morning, I could do that. But for everybody else's work schedule, life schedule, it makes more sense for just everybody as a whole, I think, to start at night. Although I might poll them and see if they'd want to start one earlier in the morning, see if that would work better. Anyway, this is probably the most I've read in a readathon just because of that. And plus we always do it Friday to Saturday. And Saturday, I'm a sport mom, so we're never just like chilling on Saturdays anymore. We're always at a game of some sort. Anyway, I just have to say, I am obsessed with this book. Like, this might be one of my favorite series ever. And it's just like, this is how you're supposed to feel when you read. Not how I felt when I was trying to read Bloodmarked, and probably how I would have felt trying to read Oathbound. Like this coming off the back of Divine Rivals, Ruthless, Vows. I love it. Like this, whatever that is, I need more of that in my life. This, like, it's not cozy fantasy. I don't know, maybe it is. They do consider it cozy. I don't know. But it's just like, the stakes are so perfect in my opinion. And it's just the perfect amount of like bad, conniving, sneaky, little jump scare. But it's not like so much to where I'm like literally stressed. Except in Ruthless Vows, I was pretty stressed. But some people were saying that Divine Rivals, Ruthless Vows was really boring to them and they felt like it wasn't high stakes enough. I tell that to my beating heart. I was terrified reading Ruthless Vows. I was literally so nervous. Didn't even want to read because I just didn't even want to know what was going to happen. But then I also simultaneously wanted to know what was going to happen so badly. So anyway, I just had to update you guys and tell you that I'm literally obsessed with Emily Wilde. And I wrote on my Goodreads update once I got to page 100 that I literally want to be friends with Emily and Wendell in real life. Like, they're so blunt. Like, Emily was saying that she's so blunt and she can't even help it. Like, she tries to say things in like a nice way and she can't even. And like, that's how I am. I literally try to be like super nice when I'm like, okay, I need to say this nicely, and then it comes out and I'm like, that was way too blunt. That was way too blunt. So anyway, I just feel like I relate to her so much as a character. She's also not with the nonsense, which same. And he's so, I just love him. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm just like, I literally want to be friends with him in real life. Like, I really am like, guys, you would like me. Like, we would get along great. We really would. So anyway, I am going to keep reading. I might keep coloring. Like, oddly enough, I'm actually finding this enjoyable. For some like reason, I kind of feel like annoyed by coloring, but right now it's really fun. I especially like this one right now. I feel like they have good ones to color in. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna keep listening. This is too fun. I can't. But this is cute. I think I'm gonna do this one with the pencils and stuff. Good evening. I finished Emily Wilde, Map of the Other Lands just now. I wrapped it up while we were having dinner. Or I was making dinner. 5 stars. I literally can't tell you guys enough how important it was to go from Letters of Enchantment series to Emily Wilde series. They play off of each other so well, I think, just because they're both fantasy. You just really have to read it for yourself. I've never read anything like this. It's so fun. I literally want to be friends with him in real life. I genuinely feel like I would be good friends with him. I'm not, you guys know, if you watch my reading vlogs, I'm not a big characters person. Like, I don't do book boyfriends. I don't do, like, obsession over characters. I've just never really been like that. So this is, like, as close as I'm gonna get. It's like, I really love these characters. Like, I think they're perfect. I literally, like, if I were friends with them, even if they did something wrong, I'd be like, low-key, you're not wrong. Like, I would just give them the benefit of the doubt. That's how much I love them. And they just have, I think, personalities that are very different, but they always stay true to themselves. And so when they come into certain circumstances or situations, I love that they stay true to themselves and are true to their personality and don't acquiesce to people they're around. It's just 10 out of 10. The world, the fairy, like, I'm probably talking about it way too much, but like literally, I love this so much. This video is going up actually tomorrow, and this is only the second book in this series. So I need to find out if I can read the latest book that just came out like a few days ago before this video goes up. You guys think I can do it? It's gonna be quite the feat, but I tandem read this while reading, like physically listening, or listening and reading on my Kindle. So I might do that same thing with Compendium of Lost Tales. Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales. I'm not gonna buy the physical copy. I'll buy it on my Kindle, but I'm not gonna buy the physical copy until the Barnes limited edition comes out. Oh, I took the sticker off, but this is the Barnes & Noble limited edition. It's the same thing I have for the first book. It's the Barnes limited edition. They're just different and they're pretty, whereas like the original covers are just kind of like dark, if you can see. And then this is the Map of the Otherlands cover. Just kind of darker, which I don't hate, but I prefer this more because it looks more fairy-ish to me. So tomorrow is Monday, so I need to do kind of like a clean tidy. So I thought I would put this on and then clean up. Everyone in my house is being so loud. I'm gonna get this for a credit, and we will see if I can finish this before this video goes up tomorrow. Monday at 12 is kind of my uploading cadence lately, so we'll see if I can finish it by then. I honestly, for some reason, I think that I can do it just because it's so intriguing, and all day every day that I've been reading this and I can't read, I'm like doing something else, I'm just thinking about the fact that I want to be reading, and that's how you should feel when you're reading. It makes me think back to when I was reading Bloodmarked and how I was just kind of like forcing myself to get through it. It's not how you should feel when you're reading. Like, you should feel bummed that you can't get to your book. So, enough hair. Let's read book 3. I'm so excited.
Appalachian sunrise meets my eyes. You with my eyes still closed. Golden, out and golden, golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and hummingbird wing. Golden, alcohol and golden. Golden, golden things. Gold hair. Gold rings, gold leaves, gold everything, gold. I thought it was gold.
Okay, I don't even know what to call this room anymore. Office? I don't know. Anyway, it's clean, vacuumed, feels a lot better. I've kind of been wanting to change up this over here. I feel like I just don't like all of this down here on the counter. I would like to put the syrups up here. So I need to kind of readjust this area. But so far, Emily Wilde 3 is so fun. It starts off right where, actually like the same day, the last day in the second book, if that makes sense. So it's just like an immediate continuation of it, which is really fun, going straight from the second to the third. And that way it immediately starts in the next big problem that we're gonna face in the third book, which makes me think we're gonna get a really, really cute, happy ending, or like a really, really cute, sweet second half of the book, because I think this is the last one. So the timing of it, the pacing of it seems already different from her other ones, just because like obviously we have to get a happy ending out of this one, and I hope that we get like multiple days of Emily and Wendell together. I just like cannot wait for that. It's so cute, so sweet. Anyway, I'm gonna readjust this and keep listening. You trying to talk to me?
This is fun. You should look at this. We're savage. You can show them. We're savage.
We're playing Roblox as a family earlier today. It's musical chairs.
We back in the same situation we was
so
in.
funny.
Oh no, they got me so far. All right, I'm going middle. I'm going middle.
I'm gonna go over here. Come on, Kai.
Ooh!
Edward's jam on tour.
Oh, here we go.
That's what I play. How I play with
Goats.
people. Boys.
You know what the goat means?
That's Kai,
It means
Kaylin,
greatest
and then
alt
I'm
of
with
all
the red
time.
hair.
Can I have this? Daddy!
I just did a spin on you.
You're savage.
I did a spin on you.
You're terrible.
No.
Mommy, can I have this? This is crazy.
You're terrible.
They don't know. They don't know me. They don't know I'm just as competitive
You
as them.
don't.
Okay, final product. I feel like overall it just looks a lot more balanced. Not a ton at the top, but honestly, I don't really care. I feel like I care more so about these ones, and I don't really have any more items to put up there. I did have that basket up there, but it used to have books in it, and then I took the books down, so I feel like it just looks weird with like an empty basket up there. So this is what we're working with so far, and I actually really like it because I'm just using everything that I already own.
To kiss my cheek. Mine. I could not help laughing. My heart was still galloping.
Good morning. It is the last day of this video. I should have checked how much progress I have made in the last Emily Wilde book. As you guys saw, we watched Severance last night, so I honestly didn't get that far in besides my listening while I was cleaning. Let me check how far I've gotten though. Okay, I'm on, it's the 2nd of January, which is 104 pages in, 30%. So actually, I'm not mad at that. It's early in the morning. Well, it's 9 in the morning. Because of the time change, it's technically 8. So it just feels so much earlier than it actually is. Anyway, I have some Amazon packages that I figured. I'm here, you're here. Why not open them? First is like this set that Free People has, but on Amazon. So it's not actually Free People. It's like a Amazon alternative, and I ordered this orange color because the influencer girl that I saw have it, she was wearing an orange one. I ordered it. It's like jail jumpsuit orange. I'll have to show it to you guys. So I'm gonna try this blue color instead. I always get compliments when I wear blue and purple, so I feel like now I just always will go for blue because apparently it makes me look good. I always thought I looked good in red, but I don't know, I feel like I get more compliments when I wear blue or purple, so cute. I think I'm actually gonna wear this today, which is why I opened it. And that's cute. I'll try it on so you guys can see it, but the front is like crisscross and it looks super adorable. Okay, and then this is cute. I'm not a huge Amazon fashion person, but I don't mind trying some things out to see if I like it, especially since losing, I think I've lost almost 10 pounds. So my jeans are fitting me. Dare I say they're getting a little loose, but I've noticed I don't have like tops that I want to wear with them. Like I have a lot of tank tops, but I don't have a lot of like regular, like maybe long sleeve, but thin, like good transitions from winter to spring. Anyway, I thought this was pretty cute, and it's like a wrap style top. And again, I got it in this blue. Anyway, it's my little mini Amazon haul. I will try them on for you guys so you guys can see what they look like on. Okay, here's the blue set. I'm definitely keeping this. I'm wearing a large, and I'm like 5'5", and I think the proportions look really good. I would definitely wear socks with this and like sneakers or even Birks, like my slip-on Birks. But it's very cute. I'm literally gonna wear this today because it's very comfy. Yeah, it's like a little bit scrunchy on the sides, and then it's like crisscross right here. And I'm gonna put socks on with this and see how I like it. Okay, here's the wrap top. This is probably how I would wear it. I honestly could have sized up to a large for it to be more comfy, but I'm scared that I'm gonna lose more weight and it's just gonna be like too big. So I'm gonna stick with this one. It fits fine, but I feel like I just don't, I like comfy clothes. I like loose clothes. Anyway, this is probably how I'd wear it with like a white shirt underneath it, and then as it gets warmer, maybe even a tank top, and then wrap it over that and then wear jeans. I wouldn't wear these with it, but you know, I'm being kind of lazy. Yeah, I think I like it. I'm trying to picture with jeans, and with jeans I really like it. With the blue on blue, not really liking that. Okay, I feel it's only right that in this video we update my series tracker. You know, it's only right, I feel. I did not finish the 3rd book in the Emily Wilde series, and that's okay. This video is literally about to go up in the next like 10 minutes, so time's cut off. Time limit off, cut off, which is fine. I still am like 35% through it, and I'm like obsessed with it so far. It's gonna be a 5-star read, and I'm so glad I decided to record this video so that I finished literally 2 of my favorite series ever, like 2 6-star series, like for sure. Like I know Emily Wilde Compendium is going to slap. I know it's going to be 5 stars, and I know I'm going to feel like it's a 6-star series, just like Letters of Enchantment. So only thing is now I don't really know what to do about the Legend Born cycle. Do I just leave it empty because I'm not going to finish it? But I also don't want to like make it ugly by writing like DNF or like crossing it out or something. So I might just leave it, but we can fill in Emily Wilde, and that's green. I can't believe this. Here she is right here. Now the question is, do I mark just the 2nd or do I mark the 3rd too, even though I've only technically finished the 2nd? I feel like I just might go ahead and do all of it. There's 2 and there's 3. Wow, stunning. Honestly, by the time some of you guys finish this video, I will have already finished this one. So, you know, I'm gonna count it. These are all of my books on my physical TBR, so now we can knock off Map of the Otherlands. I didn't own the 3rd book, so I'm not gonna mark it off because I don't even have it on my physical TBR. I'm gonna highlight that. Yay! This has been my March TBR, and I've kind of just been penciling in. I saw this picture on Pinterest, and I was like, okay, I think I want that to be how this page looks, so I'm kind of just like adding in little pencil marks, but I want it to be like very clean, like not too chicken scratchy. So I'm gonna add in a little something about Emily Wilde, Map of the Otherlands. I just need to figure out what I want to say. 5 stars. Arrow. I think that's good enough for now. I think next video will be a full hobby vlog once again, and I will read the books that I'm supposed to be reading for my traveling annotation for the book club. So in that video, we'll do like a full update for the reading journal. That was just like a quick little update, just a quick one. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know why every time I've been uploading, I feel like, oh my goodness, they're not gonna like this one, or this is the one where they're gonna like hate it or whatever. So I'm trying to like just push through and not think too hard about it, and just, this is it. This is the video. I hope you guys like it. If not, I'm sorry. It genuinely was the best I could do. If you're still here watching, just know that I appreciate you so much. I appreciate every comment that you guys leave. It really does mean so much to me. Like, I actually read those and I'm so encouraged every time I do. So thank you to you guys, and I will see you guys next Monday.